Yes, we have
we're just, yes, name.
Ray.
Ray, no, we're not. I've got Raymond. Would that be you?
Please pray silence. Who's silent for Coralie?
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everybody. And on behalf of my mum and dad, a very big thank you for coming along and enjoying this very special, capable party together. I think I do know everyone, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm their eldest, wisest, most popular and beautiful. So I'm hoping I don't drop into a charity speech in my role as a fundraiser, but if I start asking you to jump out of a plane or anything like that, so it seems like only yesterday we were here in this room celebrating my mum and dad's Ruby wedding anniversary, and a lot has changed in those years. It seems like yesterday, but also seems like quite a long time ago. My dad has retired. You know my dad, he never retires. They've both become very active members of their local church, St George's Church, where they got married. They've moved house. My nephew Zach, who's there, was born. Hi Zach. My brother has a wonderful partner in Emma. Say hi. And I've been with Matt for 10 years in June. So you said you wanted to mention, so thank you. So Katie and Robert, my incredible parents, they met at a very young age. It was a rather magical love story. They were sweet 16 and met at a friend's party. In fact, Earl's party was down there just a few years ago. And then my dad asked out a friend. So he obviously came to his senses very quickly and wrote my mum a rather charming letter, and they went out together to the high school disco at the Mare and Colt. Mum told me yesterday, as they were walking there, she's what I'm going to say, he put his arm around her, which she found very exciting. What a fast mover! And the rest, they say, is history. They married on the 6th of April 1974, not 64, as I said in the middle of that. I arrived in 1978 and my brother Alex in 1980. We lived in a little house in Nursery Close in Kidderminster and moved to the coach house when I was 7. Not long after, my grandparents moved next door. Funny that. Where my parents lived, and just till a few years ago, there was always stuff going on. Lots of family and friends around dropping in. Lots of cats. 5, I think, was the highest number. And it really was a wonderful childhood. It's fair to say, though, that my parents are very different people to one another. My mother, somewhat scattered, perpetually late, superficial and logical thinking was on one of her school reports. But she has the biggest heart and is so very kind and caring. I think in my whole life, I've only ever seen her angry about 3 times. And because of this, these moments are etched in my memory forever. Number 1. When the cost of a sandwich at a service station was so expensive, I think it was on a return home from seeing Sally and Mike, it was clearly the girl on the till's fault. And my brother and I, and the whole restaurant, knew about it too. Number 2. When my brother opened a pot noodle, he had been forbidden to do, and my mum chucked the whole bloody thing up the garden. Surprise. Number 3, the last one. When my brother was crawling around the mannequins in M&S when he was about 2 years old and causing lots of mayhem. Now I'm sure I have my own misdemeanours too, but I'm not fessing up. These are her, of course, a few years ago now, and since then she is serenity personified. My dad, on the other hand, is never late, the most organised person I've ever known, and always right. What they both share, however, is that they are both great fun to be with and extremely generous. Dad would always bring back presents from trips. Kenny cake was my favourite after a scouting hike trip, producing 2 kids high on sugar, ready for Mum's return. On Dad days when Mum was working, we were always spoilt to a sticky bun and a Coke at the local grimiest cafe, much to Mum's dismay. He is also the villain, in Mum's story, of my pink pixie boots and various outfits from Tammy Girl. What? Daddy, you mean I can have the top and the skirt?
It's true, it's true.
My mum always wanted the best for us though, and even though she was so busy working as a district nurse, she always put us first and did everything she could to get us involved in activities like Scouts, Brownies and our drama group. And she's very much the same with my nieces and nephews. Birthday parties were always a joy, where she would make Knickerbocker glories and Marius and Carol would always be there with the skipping rope. I wouldn't change it for the world. My dad probably would have changed me between the ages of 14 and 18, when apparently my voice would go so high-pitched, my dad and brother wondered if all the local dogs would appear. And this still actually is a true story, because earlier on when we were setting up, you did make a similar comment, so that's obviously still a thing. They have taught me so much, though, about love, trust and compassion. And I am so grateful to them for everything they've done for me through the tough times and in celebrating my achievements. On days of celebration of family though, this can bring up feelings of loss of those we miss terribly and those we wish were still very much here with us to celebrate. We treasure our memories and hold them forever in our hearts. To give myself a breather, I would now like to invite my beautiful niece sister Tahlia to read from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, because I think whether you have a faith or not, I always feel these words are a gentle reminder of how to love.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonour others. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails.
So please join us in raising a glass to Mum and Dad.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Thank you. Katie and Robert, wishing you both a very happy golden 50th wedding anniversary and many more years of happiness to come. Mum and Dad. Thank you.
You've got me now. Thanks very much, Coralie. And love really is everything. And a friend of ours quoted in an anniversary card here. Love is everything. It is the key of life. And it influences those that move the world. And that's from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was an American chap. It was in the late 1800s. Who was, I was going to say transvestite, but you put me out.
Lovely, it is good.
I love some of his work. So, and this lovely lady sent us this lovely card, and she always puts beautiful verses, and even put Job 23.
chapter 10 on there, so you better tell me what that is.
So test you a minute, but we're down.
Yeah, it was a long time ago since that party, wasn't it, Earl? All those years ago. We were playing Postman's Knock and all sorts of stuff.
Don't say too much, don't say too much.
Girls were singing those songs. Yeah, it was 1969, and like Earl was here, like so many other our friends here, all those years ago when we did get married in 1974. And you must have made an impression on me at that party, and vice versa. Even though we did get on and do lots of other things before we did eventually decide to get married, didn't we? Mackie and was our bridesmaid, and this is Mary here, smiling beautifully.
You wouldn't recognise me from the photo.
She hasn't changed a bit.
Sally, my sister, she was my bridesmaid as well, all looking very beautiful. And Margaret made Sally's dress, and Mary's mum made her dress. And I did have another bridesmaid too, called Christine, who wasn't able to come today, but it was lovely. So thank you very much. Just have to look where I got to. Yeah, our family life has been very eventful, as Coralie has alluded to. And now we have 3 grandchildren, Tahlia, Roxy and little Zachary in the corner. And we have 2 step-grandchildren, 2, Harley and Lily. Harley wasn't able to be with us today. He's now 24. And he was actually having to stay at work today, so it was really sad not to be here, so we got to make a bit of fuss with him and go and see him. When Coralie was, I was expecting Coralie, I met Pauline and then Greville, and we were doing antenatal classes all those years ago, weren't we? So we've known you for a long time too. Right, now, Coralie has already said that Robert and I are very unalike. Robert's cold-blooded. He doesn't like the heat. And I'm warm-blooded. I don't like the cold. I think I've cracked it. This business of getting a little older helps, because now he feels the cold. But that doesn't stop you putting your feet on to get yourself a bit warm. We are so happy to share. It's a very emotional time for us, even though very happy. We're so happy to share our special celebration with you all. And we look forward to more golden years. And we do feel very blessed to have reached this special anniversary. So many people didn't, our parents didn't. And I know we're fitter and healthier, as I said to Greville earlier on. So we are very blessed. And we thank you for all your good wishes. And as the Beatles say, all you need is love. I think that's it.
To do the same thing again now.
When you go for a walk,
And then when you leave, you can all take a piece of cake. Right, you ready? Oh, hang on, I've got to stand up.
I'll just knock this off. Watching that knife. Do I have to make a wish?
You don't have to wish for it. You've never done it before, you did. I remember you saying. Really? Right then, hang on, who's the photographer? Who's over there?
We're all over here.
Come round here a bit more. Okay.
How do I do it?
Look natural. Well, only pretend.
Smile.
Oh, he's over there now.
This way, please. Cheese.
Yeah.
This isn't a stills camera.
This is a pictures camera. Alright, carry on cutting your cake now.
Oh, sorry. You just ruined it now. That'll do.
That's a green, does it?
What is it? It is a cake, is it? It's on the board. Right, okay. There we go. You'll have a nice chunk of this when you leave.